there's no way you just spend 10 minutes talking about a blue sky, right?
Apparently because the sky is too blue.
Okay, yeah. Looks like I spoke too soon, man. Looks like I spoke too soon. What's good, YouTube? It's Astro. Today we're reacting to the biggest flaw in the My Hero Academia anime. I hope this isn't about the blue sky, because there's no way you just spend 10 minutes talking about a blue sky, right? But I do see a lot of Chibi reviews. I like his stuff. So it's interesting to see, him talk. Or I was gonna say it's interesting to see him talk negatively about My Hero, but he has done that pretty often. Mostly in the past, though, because this season's actually good. Season 5. Yeah, I guess we're just gonna watch this, see what his opinion is, see if there's anything I disagree with, agree with. Make sure you leave a like, comment down below what you think about whatever his problem is, and yeah, just get right into it.
Huge stink for the last 30 or so hours for the My Hero Academia
30
community
hours?
ever since the latest episode of My Hero Academia Season 6 aired. And you're
Yeah.
probably thinking to
I thought
yourself,
it was
when is
hard.
there not like an issue within the My Hero Academia community? Like, when is there
This is
not
also
people
true.
complaining? When is there not people upset, etc.? And that's fair. To be fair, yeah, that happens a lot. But honestly, at this point in time, with just how much has happened within the anime to the manga, I feel like a lot of people that like really complain about My Hero Academia nowadays is either those that are just very passionate fans that want to see
About
the
the
series
show?
get better,
Yeah.
or you have
Kind of like
those
me.
that just want to attack it in any way because they just don't like the series to begin with, and they're only doing that just to make people upset. One or the other. But regardless of whatever side you kind of fall on when it comes to My Hero Academia, it doesn't matter. The point is that the latest issue that is going on within the My Hero Academia community is apparently because the sky is too blue.
Okay, yeah. Looks like I spoke too soon, man. Looks like I spoke too soon. Yeah. I mean, to be fair, what haven't we seen about the blue skies at this point? Like, let's be real. It was in Deku versus Shigaraki. It was in actually that's the most prominent example. But I mean, I don't know, man. Like, I don't mind the blue sky that much. It's like that's what was in the manga. Sure, they could change the sky sometimes for like more dramatic moments, but like I don't know, man. I think this is more of a problem with the manga than the anime, to be honest. Because the anime is just adapting the manga. So like, if anything, you should be hating on the manga.
And I did not stutter.
Because like people also, oh yeah, that was funny. People also get mad. Like, you know, season 5. This isn't really the same thing, but season 5 rearranged Endeavor Agency and MVA, My Villain Academia. People were so mad about that. I didn't read the manga for that, so I thought it was fine. It's an anime only at the time, but dude, I don't really know. It's like they're complaining about the wrong things here. Like there's so much other stuff to complain about. And like you're complaining about the blue sky, like really, man?
That is legitimately the complaint. And let's clarify. Let's legitimately clarify what is going on, why that is a problem, etc. So, this right here, as you can see on the screen, this is from the opening. The latest opening from My Hero Academia Season 6, which I'm just going to be straight up amazing. One of
Fire.
my favorite openings of the entire anime. High quality work, beautiful looking, opening and animation art. It's great. It really is a nice opening to
Top
really
three,
get the
top three.
gist and the vibe of what arc we're currently in with the story. So I'm just gonna say, great opening. And so when you see this visual, it's great. And people have been comparing this little scene that happens in the opening
To
with
the anime.
scenes.
Dude, it was just an opening. It was just the opening. Oh my god, it was just the opening. NBA fans disappointed with the blue sky when this is the same thing as the manga. Oh my gosh, dude. Tell me about it, man.
That happened in the latest episode. And this is the latest episode of My Hero Academia, as you can see. You can kind of see the full shot here. Obviously, it's a little bit grainy because this is someone probably taking
Yeah,
a screenshot.
screenshot.
But the point is that you get to see the sky is blue. And I want to point out here, when you look at the opening, you see that it's raining, it looks depressed, gloom, it doom.
I mean, to be honest, I agree they should have used this exact still from the opening. Uh, Personally, I don't like it when openings reuse the same animation in the actual show. Like, that's one of the main reasons I don't really like the Vinland Saga second opening, because like half of that was just reused animation. I feel like they should have used this shot because like the lighting is so much better, so much cleaner. Like it also doesn't fit the background, so they would have had to redraw that too, I guess. But like, sacrifice got to be made. You know what I'm saying?
It looks bad. It looks really bad. Like in terms of just like the state of affairs within the My Hero Academia world is in a very bad state.
Yeah,
So when you see this, people are obviously they're making comparisons and they're
you've
like,
got to be
okay.
kidding me.
So when
All
you
right, that's
see
actually pretty funny. The fact that this tweet actually did like pretty decently too is kind of crazy. But like, I'm not gonna lie, the tweet itself is pretty funny.
this, people are obviously they're making comparisons and they're like, okay, so what is going on here? Why is this all blue? Why is this such a
Okay, yeah, it gets more funny as I look at it. But like, I don't know, man. Y'all already heard my piece.
huge contrast, so to speak, with the opening song? People are obviously upset. And the reason why I'm even making this video is because this is not the first time I have actually seen people complain about the blue sky within My Hero Academia. It's actually a
Very common,
complaint.
yeah.
I know that's shocking, but legitimately, I have seen this complaint for years. Not just like in the past 30 hours, but I've seen this complaint literally
I saw it for
appear
season 5 and season
years.
6.
Like, oh man, maybe
I don't know
back
about
since
years
the
though.
origin of My Hero Academia's anime, honestly.
For
People are
real?
always saying, why is it always just, blue sky and that's about it? Why is there never any change in the tone of the atmosphere of the sky? To be fair, there is some arguments to be made with that. There is. I can definitely get behind some aspects of that, and I don't think, bringing up that topic is necessarily a bad thing. I do not. Now, let's actually just talk about this scene in particular, because that's what this video is focused on. Is this bad? Okay, is this blue sky bad for this scene of My Hero Academia? So, we gotta dive into the nitty-gritty.
I think
If
it's
you're an anime
cool.
only, and you see the opening, you're gonna be like, why is it sky blue when you have something like this within the opening? And I feel like the opening was more of a contrast to really show the state of affairs, to really show just how bad everything is. But actually, within the manga, like the manga of this chapter when this happened, it was also a blue sky. Someone pointed it out here, and I actually am very happy someone pointed out this comparison, is that you see the sky is also blue. It's not rainy. You see like spring coming in. It's April and all that. And obviously you see a lot of devastation and destruction. And this whole little moment here with Izuku on top of this building, it's a Batman moment. It's very obvious. This is like Batman perching over the entirety of Gotham and seeing what he can do to save the city. That's exactly what this scene represents. It's 100% exactly what this represents.
W Batman
She's
reference?
a huge Marvel/DC fan. But anyways, the point is that within the manga, it was a clear blue.
Yeah, we know Hori likes Spider-Man a lot because Deku's literally just a Spider-Man with like freaking like Justice League powers and all that.
Sky. It's very apparent. It was clear. It's supposed to be sunny. You see like the petals and sakura petals and stuff coming through. It was to kind of demonstrate that despite how the beauty of the world is, obviously the effects
There's
of the
still
country is really
destruction.
bad. For instance, destruction down below. It was a major conflict within the scenery, and it was symbolic. It's a very symbolic, moment for the manga. And so the anime obviously using a blue sky is definitely representative of that. It actually follows the manga accurately.
Sick of all the ads.
Bruh, yes I am. Dude, it's like literally this exact ad comes up every time I'm doing a video and only when I'm doing a video. It's like they know that I'm streaming or something. It's pretty weird. Which, it's Google, so I don't think that that's completely out of the question, to be honest.
In terms of crapping on the original source, there is not really an issue with the sky being blue. In fact, if there is anything I necessarily have a problem with this scene, it's not the blue sky. It's the lack of, let's say, the sakura petals, or kind of showcasing it's really spring in this moment. You don't really see, like, sakura petals
yeah,
or
that is
anything,
true.
like blowing through the wind or anything like that. I think that is what is really lacking from this moment. It's not necessarily
That's just a nitpick
the
for me
blue
though,
sky.
personally, but I can understand where it's coming from.
Anyways, this apparently has been an ongoing issue for years. People have complained about this. I mean, they're obviously
Okay, that's actually funny. Wait, hold
for
up.
years. People have
We gotta get rid of those blue background files from Bones' computer. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, as a fan of this, I would've liked this too. Like, there's some genuinely, like, actually, funny comments about this stuff. Let me just make sure that my thing is actually, yeah, okay, it's on display.
Complained about this. I mean, obviously a lot of people have been doing comparisons to the scene, and this isn't the first time this has happened. I mean, we have scenes like this. People compare, like, the stuff with All Might and all
Is that the
and,
opening and the
the
ending?
statue here. There's a
Or
lot of
that's
different
the show and the
examples,
ending, I
basically.
think.
It is not the first time the Blue Sky thing has ever appeared within My Hero Academia in terms of discussion and discourse. Now, am I saying that My Hero Academia doesn't have a problem with the Blue Sky? I'm not saying that.
It definitely
I do
does.
think that there is often times where the Blue Sky does take away from some of the scenes, like in the fighting in Shigaraki that happened in Season 6. I think it was great. I think Season 6 has been really good. I'm not even going to front. I don't think it's perfect, but I think that Season 6 has legitimately been a very good season. And regardless of how you guys feel about that, have any opinion you want. It's fine. If you disagree with me, it's fine. But the point is, I like Season 6. But one of the big flaws I will agree on, when it does come to Season 6, was that fight with Shigaraki in terms of the sky. I feel like, yes, it was supposed to be clear skies, obviously. But I think that because of the foggy haze effect of just Shigaraki's destruction and destroying basically everything around, there should have definitely been more of a haze throughout the entire fight instead of just having a clear blue sky. Because you can destroy a
that's
bunch
an
of buildings
interesting
in the entire
argument.
city and basically have it crumble down.
Wait, is he using Internet Explorer? Oh, nah, we're gonna have to deduct some points from you there, Chibi. I'm not gonna lie. This I don't know if I can respect you anymore. No, I'm just playing, but seriously, Internet Explorer in 2023 is insane. Or Microsoft Edge, whatever it is.
Into ash, it's going to have a lot of dust everywhere. Wind's gonna pick it up, dust is gonna, flow. I feel like there definitely could have been a artistic approach with that, but obviously that did not happen. Now, besides all of that, though, I don't necessarily think the biggest flaw of My Hero Academia is necessarily the blue sky. I will say there is argument to be made for art direction. I will agree with that.
What do you mean by that?
That is definitely an argument to necessarily be made. But the reason why I'm talking about art direction is that it's very clear when My Hero Academia tries, like this is a really good example. When My Hero Academia tries to kind of break out of the norm, try to go beyond what it normally is.
Plus Ultra.
Do different skies, different color palettes, different shading, etc.
I'm sorry,
it really excels. Like, it's very clear. You can't deny it. Like, if you see this opening, it's very clear, and it makes sense why people were upset with that scene, because when My Hero Academia really wants to, it can do some incredible stuff with its art and animation. But most of the time, they play it very safe, and they do scenes that just looks very plain. And they just basically adapt it from the manga, which is fine, but they don't really try to add any vibrance or life to it. It just seems like they're coloring a manga panel. That's
Pretty
what
much.
It looks like. And I think
yeah,
that
I definitely agree with that.
an argument to be made. And now, I'm not saying every scene is like that. I do think that there is a lot of scenes within My Hero Academia's anime that does stand.
Wait, what the hell is this bio? Wait, I don't know if y'all can see that. It says the land of the illustrious girl, NSFW sometimes, Reading Knights of Sidonia. Now, I don't know what the heck a Knights of Sidonia is, but actually, why am I surprised? It's like the average Twitter user. Never mind, let's keep it going.
And out, that is really good, but I feel like most of the time, it does look flat. It does look like, they're trying in their own way just to color the manga panels and move on. And
I agree.
There's nothing necessarily completely wrong with that either. But once again, when you have, like, scenes like this, like, when you have, like, openings that really bring a lot of flair and life to it, and they add extra dimension to the characters in terms of just the background scenery, I think that it does a good job to showcase My Hero Academia could be so much more if it was done right. But is it the biggest flaw? Maybe. But I don't think it's anything that is necessarily worth saying it is the worst series to ever grace our presence in terms of anime. But it doesn't mean you shouldn't complain about it either. So, overall, my stance on this argument, how I technically feel about...
Let me give my stance before he gives his stance for, so that my opinion doesn't get altered. I feel like this is a pretty big problem in Season 6. Or not necessarily a problem, it's just an annoyance. It's a bit more of an annoyance than a nitpick, I feel. I feel like some of the art direction is lacking too, as you said. Some of the censorship is annoying. Again, there's problems with the actual manga, like Shigaraki's stuff is kind of a lot of BS. I feel like some of the characters get a little bit sidelined, but I mean, I guess Ochako does get her moment later on. You'll see what I mean if you're anime only, but I don't know. There's just some of my problems with it. I personally really like the work, so I don't have that much complaints about it. If anything, it's more annoying in the anime because I could actually tell what's going on, but for the manga, it's not a lot. I thought it was pretty fire. I still think so for the anime. I just wonder why they chose to spend most of the budget on the Jakku hospital raid and then the vigilante arc, because this arc is looking pretty far so far. Um, it seems like they just kind of cut corners with the Deku versus Shigaraki stuff, which is understandable because it's probably one of the, well, I wouldn't say lesser parts of the arc actually. Um, I mean in terms of like hype. I don't know. I guess we'll just have to see how they do it. But I'm gonna let my man speak. Let him cook. Let him cook.
There's some moments I agree. There's some moments I don't. And I think this current one I do not agree with. I think that overall it follows accurately the manga panel. Once again, if it was arguments about like Sakura petals or just kind of showcasing more of its spring, I think that would be better. But it doesn't. That is the only issue I have with this. So I'll leave it at that. I wanted to talk about this because look, I know I talk about My Hero Academia in somewhat of a negative manner nowadays, but I'm not going to just crap on it for the sake of crapping on it. I do like My Hero Academia. I really do like the manga. I like the anime. I'm a fan, but I will call out things when it is bad. I'm not gonna sugarcoat my words and act like it doesn't have problems. It does, but I will also defend it when it needs to be defended in terms of just like it doesn't make sense to complain about certain things. But regardless, I think it's an interesting discussion, but I think that this discussion is leading more towards the blue sky than the actual problem. But that's about it. That's my 2 cents on the matter.
All right, let me read
wherever you live. Be
some of
safe,
the comments.
stay healthy.
Chibi out, yes sir. Nah, WVid. Is the blue sky the biggest flow? Watch the top comment. Be say, yep, I knew it's top comment says yeah. Honestly, yeah, I really prefer the gray and rainy atmosphere. Alright, but that's not what the manga did. And then y'all are gonna be complaining. Oh my god, I don't get it. It's the same thing as the manga. They don't take creative liberty. Well, I can't talk. They don't take creative liberties to get to make the sky more appealing. Is the sky falling? Why do MHA fans always get so irritated? They could have done more with Vigilante Deku. Noticed before. My biggest worry is the animation studio. Bones gotta give us some high quality stuff for the upcoming fight. For me, I feel like personally season 6 will look really garbage sometimes, like in terms of the art direction, and then it has decent animation or great, fire, amazing, whatever you want to call it, animation when it wants to. But I do agree. There was a comment that says season 3 was the most consistent, and I do agree. I feel like it needs to have more consistent art and animation. I think it's just the biggest problem with My Hero is the consistency. Like, it just goes up, down, and all around and all over the place, and it makes it so hard to stick for the ride. It's obviously worth it when you do stick for the ride, but yeah, I definitely get where people are coming from with this. I'm not gonna lie. But obviously I do love My Hero. It's done a lot for me as a person, my channel, all that. Something just dropped in the hallway. I don't know what that was. But yeah, I appreciate y'all for watching. Gonna end the video there. Tell me what you think in the comments. And yeah, hope y'all enjoyed. Peace.